It is time for some week two predictions. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL in here to give you guys my week two predictions. So I didn't get a chance to record my week one video due to some personal reasons, guys. Just obviously had to take care of some stuff. But week one, I did post on the community tab. If you guys don't know where that is, go look on your YouTube app. It should be under the community app, and that's where I make my posts. And I went ahead and did that. I think on Sunday morning or Saturday night. I apologize. It really was pretty late here. I'm trying to pull it up for you guys, but basically I did post the picks, so you guys can see there. And I ended up going I 10-6 straight up. Okay, so just straight up picking money lines. I went 10-6, and I went 11-5 against the spread. So I actually did better against the spread than I did at straight up with the money line. So I'll take it. It was a good week one. Honestly, I think I predicted a decent amount of upsets, which I'm very happy about. But obviously, you're not going to get every single one of those right. Just a couple of ones that I did call out. I had Browns winning against the Bengals. I had the Jets beating the Bills. So those are some of the ones. But yeah, let's move on to week two. And look, I usually do these on the whiteboard. Maybe I'll still do them again, but just wanted to try this format with you guys, see if you guys like it. If not, then let me know down below, and I'll switch back to the whiteboard. So let's just go ahead and get into this. So here we go. Let me present the screen for you guys. All right, so here we go. I am on a website called The Score, which I hope you guys have heard about it. This is my favorite website app to use on my phone. Like I am consistently on this app. They're not sponsoring this video or anything like that. I just want to plug them because they're amazing. And so if you guys can see here, they have all the spreads and they have all the games. So we'll just start here at the Thursday game, or with the Thursday game. We've got the Minnesota Vikings at the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a -7 spread in favor of the Eagles. And I got to tell you, folks, I'm taking the Eagles to win this game and taking them to cover the -7. James Bradbury is probably not going to play in this game. He has a concussion, and it's a short week. And I think Kenneth Gainwell, there's one of their starting running backs again. They have like four of them. He's also dealing with something, so he might not play either. But still, lo and behold, it is not going to be enough to stop the Eagles from winning this game. They're just a better team over the Vikings, who lost to a Tampa Bay team with Baker Mayfield. That's not a shot at Baker Mayfield, obviously just a downgrade from Tom Brady. And this Vikings team, just their defense is just non-existent. Honestly, folks, I think the Eagles last year, or was it maybe the year before that? I think it was last year. They won pretty easily. Kirk Cousins struggled a lot. The Eagles have a great defense, great secondary. I expect Justin Jefferson to kind of have a tempered down game. I don't think he's going to go off in this one. So, yeah, the offense can probably put up points, but it'll be tough. And defensively, they're not going to be able to stop the Eagles. So, yeah, give me the Eagles in this one to win and cover the 7-point spread. Moving on to the Sunday games here. All right, so let's just run through these fairly quickly here. Bears, Bucks. Bucks are favored. Give me, in this one, the Bears. Now, look, I'm a Bears fan, and I'm going to have a separate video talking about this game specifically. But the reason why I'm taking the Bears here, even though they played like absolute garbage in week one, is just this is not X's and O's. This is more of just the desperation, if you will. And I know it's week two. So, Faiz, how can you talk about desperation in week two? Well, it's because if you're looking ahead, and people do, the Bears play the Chiefs in week three. So if they lose this game, in which they are not favored to win, they will most likely lose against the Chiefs in week three. And so that's an 0-3 start. And now you're talking about, kind of not panic mode, if you will, but a lot of people are going to be worried about their jobs, as they should be. And so I believe the Bears, after getting, their behinds handed to them by the division rival Packers, come out with a vengeance and just come out with as the more desperate team over the Bucks, who will not be as desperate because they won over the Vikings in a game where people did not think that they would win, including myself. And so I think just a matter of that will come into play here. And when we take a look at the talent on these two rosters, I mean, it's not that far apart, right? Like Justin Fields, I'll take him over Baker Mayfield. The receivers on the Bucs are good, yes, of course, but maybe the running backs on the Bears are better. So it's kind of a wash in terms of talent. So give me the Bears here in an upset here, just as a more desperate team. All right, let's move on to the Colts at the Texans here. So I've got the Colts winning in this one. I will take them to cover the 2 points. And to me, this is just the Colts, to me, having the more talented team. I think Anthony Richardson is going to play in this game. I think he said he'll be fine after that game. He took a shot in this first game against the Jaguars. And when you take a look at, just what the Colts have, I know the Texans don't have much, but the Colts have a little bit more. We're talking about, Michael Pittman and no Jonathan Taylor, obviously, but maybe they can do RBBC, running back by committee. It's just more talent on the Indianapolis side of things. But I will tell you this much. Even if I have the Colts winning this game, I'll take the Texans to cover just because I don't trust the Colts in this one. So they're the more talented team. I'll take them to win. But do I see the Texans winning this game by a point too? Yeah, definitely. They can cover. So give me the Texans here. I think they're going to be a scrappy team this year with their new head coach. So let's go ahead and do that. Moving on to the next one, I'm going to go to the Chargers and Titans game here. And I've got the Chargers here on the road winning this game. And I'm taking the 3 points. So it's a 3-point spread. Look, they're just a better team over the Titans. Ryan Tannehill looks awful. I think he can get benched anytime soon. Yes, the Chargers lost in week 1, but Tua Tagovailoa absolutely went berserk. Tyreek Hill went for like 200 receiving yards. That's not happening with the Titans. Point blank period. The Chargers are the better team. All right, moving on to the Raiders and Bills game. Give me the Buffalo Bills to stomp the Raiders in this one. I'll take them to cover the -9. Now, look, I know the Raiders looked decent, but they played the Broncos in a very low-scoring game. Their defense, I don't think, is still very good. Josh Allen coming off a Monday night meltdown, I think goes nuclear in this one. I think he's just going to take his anger out on a frustrating loss against the Jets on the Raiders. So I think the Bills pour it on. Their defense is going to give Jimmy Garoppolo all the fits in the world. So yeah, give me the Bills in this one, and it's a big spread. I'll tell you that much, but I'll swallow that 9-point spread and take the Bills there. All right, moving on to the Chiefs at the Jaguars. Excuse me, not that one. I'll move on to the 49ers at the Rams. And this is going to be a fun division rival game, I guess, in the sense of not high scoring, but it's probably going to be intense here. The Rams looked a lot better than a lot of people thought, folks. I had the Rams covering last week, and I have them covering this week again. Division rival, the 49ers will win, but the Rams will cover. It's a big number, 8-point spread. Division games are usually close. I like betting on Sean McVay, so this is just a straight up, hey, 49ers are better. They'll win the game, but the Rams will cover. It's a big number. Stafford, McVay, no Cooper Kupp, but I'll still take the Rams to keep it kind of close. Jets, Cowboys. I will take the Cowboys to win this one. It's a big number, -9.5, but I'll take the Jets to cover. Yes, I know they're starting Zach Wilson, but look, folks, this defense, way too good. This running game, way too good. The receiver, Garrett Wilson, way too good. Like, the Jets will make it a little mucky. It'll be a low-scoring game, and they will make it miserable for Dak Prescott to move the ball on the other end. So, to me, I think this will be a closer game than people think. Give me the Cowboys to win, but give me the Jets to cover that big number, 9.5. All right, Dolphins, Patriots. Give me the Dolphins to win this one. I'll take the 2.5 points. Look, I know the Patriots look decent against the Eagles, but I'm not a believer in Mac Jones and the Patriots. I'll have to, continue to see it before I believe it. One game sample size here. I think the Dolphins are the better team. Tua just went off in week 1. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, weapons for days. I love betting on Mike McDaniel, and it's not a big number. It's a small number, 2.5. So give me the Dolphins in this one. All right, moving over to the Packers at the Falcons. Give me the Green Bay Packers in this game. They looked pretty good in week 1 against the Bears. Jordan Love had commanded the offense. I think they go ahead and go to Atlanta and win this game, but I will take the Falcons to cover here. And I know it's a 2-point spread. I'd love to buy a point here. And, if it was a field goal one, I definitely love it. But I still think the Falcons can cover here because they love to run the football. I think this game will be extremely close. and they could lose by 1 point. They could win this game. With Bijan and Tyler Algier, they are going to just run the heck out of the football. And the Packers' pass defense probably better than their run defense. All right, so that's why I think the Falcons have a chance to cover in this game. Moving on to the Seahawks at the Lions. Give me the Lions to win this game, but I'll take the Seahawks to cover that 6-point spread. It's a bigger number than I would like. The Lions are the better team, but the Seahawks, even though they had a disappointing week one, have the better weapons in DK, in Tyler Lockett, in JSN, with Geno Smith, Kenneth Walker. I expect a bounce back. This is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm probably hammering the over on that 47.5, just FYI. But yeah, that's where I'm going with this one. Lions win, Seahawks cover. Ravens, Bengals. I'm taking the Ravens to straight up win this game. Look, the Bengals do not look good. Obviously, in week one, they didn't look good. Another divisional game. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time for Joe Burrow and the offense to get acclimated. The Ravens are not a matchup to where they can get situated and kind of find their footing. It's just going to be another tough one, divisional game. Ravens have a good defense. We saw what they did to the Texans. Now, the Bengals aren't the Texans, but they only put up 3 points last week. So, yeah, give me the Ravens in this one. I think it's just going to be another tough, hard-fought game, but I like their defense better, and I like them in this one better. Chiefs, Jaguars, this is going to be a very, very fun game, man. Patrick Mahomes versus Trevor Lawrence, 51.5. Is that the highest total on the game? Might be. I might still take the over on that. Give me the Chiefs in this one. If Travis Kelce is back, I'll take the Chiefs. If he's out in this one, give me the Jaguars. But yeah, I mean, you can't really see Kansas City going down 0-2, can you? So you got to bet on Patrick Mahomes, kind of a fluky, if you will, win for the Lions in week one. So anytime I can, back the best quarterback in the world, I will go ahead and do so. And the Jaguars defense can be had. We saw that they struggle with the rookie quarterback in Anthony Richardson. So imagine what Patrick Mahomes will do with that team. So I will take the Chiefs. I assume Kelsey is going to play in this one. I'll take the Chiefs to win and cover the 3-point spread. Giants, Cardinals. Give me the Giants all day in this one. -5.5. I think they blow out the Cardinals. I think they take out all of the anger on the Cardinals in this one after they got absolutely embarrassed at home against the Cowboys 40-0. That was a drubbing. And now you're going to play a Cardinals team. That's awful. Starting Josh Dobbs at quarterback. Yeah, give me the Giants. Saquon will go nuts. All right, Commanders, Broncos. This is going to be a very low-scoring, boring game in my opinion. I'll take the Broncos in this one. Again, they barely lost last week. It was a 1-point game. I just feel like their defense is better. Russ doesn't have to do much here. It'll be a lower scoring game, but maybe he'll just do just enough. He just lost another weapon, though, in Greg Dulcich, man, but maybe this is just blind faith in Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. Let me ride with them one more time before I get off, all right? So give me the Broncos here, and I think they cover I don't think they cover the 3.5. I'll take the Commanders to cover the 3.5. I don't like that half point. All right, moving on to the Monday games, and there's 2 of them. So we got the Saints and the Panthers. I will take the Saints to cover and win this game. It's a 3-point spread. I know it's a divisional game, but folks, the Saints are better than the Panthers. Bryce Young has probably the worst supporting cast in football, offensive line and skill weapons included. And the Saints have Derek Carr. They've got Chris Olave. They've got a good defense. Enough said. And finally, Browns at Steelers. Gave me the Browns to win this one and to cover. I know they're on the road. This is going to be a very low-scoring slugfest, but I expect the Browns to come out on top with their run game and with the fact that they are going to make life miserable for Kenny Pickett. Look at what they did to Joe Burrow last week. Yeah, Myles Garrett is going to haunt Kenny Pickett in his dreams. This is going to be not fun for the Steelers. I just don't see how they move the football in this one, and I think the Browns run the football with Nick Chubb. We saw what CMC did to this defense last week. I expect Nick Chubb to do the same. So there you have it, folks. My NFL Week 2 picks and predictions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you guys did. As always, thanks for watching.